Hey folks, I'm going to go through a few more fanzines in my collection today for your delight and delectation, hopefully. Firefight, quite a good quality little one put together. So I think this the one that I think it might have been Mike Exley who used to do Metal Forces. It's definitely someone called Mike anyway. But we'll go through a little flip for the inside in a bit. Right, here's another issue of that one. That first one I showed you was issue 4. This is issue 3. Got some quite big interviews in there. So he had connections. Right, this one is a bit of a legend of the UK underground. It's Godria, full of interesting artwork that Crin the editor used to do. Saxons eat Vikings for breakfast, apparently. Stamford Bridge, 1066. Yeah, that's until the Normans came along a little while later. Weird stuff. And the whole inside is all peppered with disgusting bits of artwork. I remember left this one in copy of one of these in my work tea room, rest room, whatever, break room, and my Christian manager had a flick through, and he was slightly appalled. he wasn't quite like sprinkling me with holy water, but he wasn't impressed, put it that way. Right, Bad Acid. This was a heavy doom influenced. Wasn't Bad Acid a label as well? Can't remember now. What's this one? Shadows of Michelangelo magazine. This is volume 9, issue 4. So this must have gone for quite a while. Can't say I've got any memories of it, or even what country it's from. I certainly don't remember how I got hold of a copy. I don't know. Right, Eternal Zine. My mate Erin was just asking if I still got my Eternal Zines. This is issue number 2. I don't know why it's all covered in tape. I think when he posted it, it was stuck down with tape or something. There's bits of tape falling off of it now. Yeah, they're all dried off. Oh, bits of tape falling off of it. I don't know. I think I think the way he packaged it, it was like it's in a bag or something, and maybe somehow anyway, we'll have a look through that in a minute. I should have number 1 somewhere. I'm sure number 1 was half that size. I think it was a half size one. I can't remember now. Retribute. Deprived. Is that Deprived? Oh, really badly stapled, I've got to say. Or literally, I think I've got one staple in there at the bottom there. The rest have fallen out or never quite made it through the book. But I do remember the name Deprived Design. I think that went for a while. I can't remember if it was an English scene or not. I can't remember. Well, this looks like in the same mould of creatures that I've shown before. Similar style artwork. Disentombed. I was getting, because I know there's a band called Disembodied, and for some reason that was in my head, but that's Disentombed, I believe, which I'm not sure if it's a real word. So when someone's taken out of their tomb, maybe? I get the feeling this might be a Christian zine as well. Right, Metal Rules magazine. This guy's still up on Facebook, and he just shared a post the other day about some new venture that he's going into. This is quite a slim issue for him. Volume 1, issue 1. This is not his first one, surely. Was this his very first issue? How did I get so many of his fanzine? I don't even know how. I mean, I think I sent him one as a trade once. I sent one of mine as a trade for one of his, and I seem to have loads of his fanzine. I'm not quite sure how. But this is a big Fracture, issue 12, June 2000. I think this might be a bit kind of hardcore, a bit like power violence kind of stuff. Just having a quick check of it. Right, and the last one I'm going to show you, this one, Ancient Ceremonies. Apparently it came with a free CD. I don't ask me where the free CD is. It's somewhere. It's somewhere. It's bound to be somewhere, I'm sure. But it ain't here. Unless it's inside. No, it's not inside. So I'll quickly have a little flick through the pages for you. If you're interested, stick around and watch me flicking through the pages. Right, here we go. Ancient Ceremonies, Venom on the front, Kronos. This is issue number 7. Nuno Santos is the name of the editor. That sounds Portuguese readers. It says here, and this in the Indicia. In the Indicia, it says Portuguese readers. So I'm guessing this is a Portuguese fanzine. Quite a lot of interesting bands there. Memory Garden, Destroyer 666, The Haunted, Malevolent Creation. Sacred Sun. It's good quality mag. Very cool. Very good layout. You can read it. It's small print. They're all small print, and they like. I say you get more pages, stuff into the pages, really. I always thought that my fanzine had a really small print, and everyone used to say, "Oh, your print's so small." But looking at most fanzines, they all had a pretty similar size. To be honest, I think so. I think I did like font size 6 or something tiny like that. It was, yeah, because you've got so much stuff you want to put in the pages, and you make it font 8 or font 10 or something big, and it's going to be more pages, more printing costs. So it's just the way it goes, really. It's a financial decision. In Enslaved, Fall of the Leaf, never heard of them. Incantation, Mutant. This is not the UK Mutant that came along a few years later, I'm guessing. They were cool. I don't remember that other Mutant though. Right, I know we're going to get really sore arm in about 5 minutes, or less than that. I want to get a start. Deadhead, I've got a lot of Deadhead stuff. Did like Deadhead. Netherlands, aren't they? Dutch death metal, if I recall. I think they're still going now. I've got an album fairly recently, I think, from them. Well, it's probably fucking. I say fairly recently. I always say if it was the other day, and the other day turns out to be like 6 years ago or something. That's probably the case with this one. Right, let's go a little bit closer up. Actually, I'm a bit annoyed. Last video of this that I did, when I did a close up, when I come back to normal size, I didn't realise that it was blurry. So there's a lot of reviews in here. So the last video is just a whole load of blur, which is unfortunate. It didn't make much difference because only 12 people watched it, so who cares? Nunslaughter, which is annoying because last time I did a little bit of a throwback, because in my fanzine I did a pull quote deliberately, like to draw people in. I just literally threw into the editorial giant breasts coming at me from every angle, begging me to rub them with baby oil or something like that, so I could use it as a pull quote to try and get people to read the editorial. And then I used a close-up of that as the thumbnail for the video, as like a kind of like a callback to that original joke kind of thing. It didn't get any views. Well, I don't recognise. Oh god, there's some Shoes. Is that a band? My Life with Elvis. Take a Stand. This is some kind of underground. Well, yeah, they're all underground, aren't they? But they're just not bands I know. I'm guessing like a punk kind of fanzine, maybe. I've not seen a single one. Let's have a look at the bands that have been Touch and Go Records. Blonde Redhead, bringing a 60s filmic twist to their skewered pop sound. This guy is agitated punk rock and rhythm and blues and roll. Yeah, so this is not really a metal zine at all. Croydon? Is that Croydon in the UK? Yeah, it is. There's a Croydon scene review. The infamous Toast, is that? Diction? Mentions some of the venues here. The Gun Tavern, the Cartoon, the Rose and Crown. I don't know if any of them are still going. I've been a couple of gigs in Croydon, but none of those venues. It was a long while ago now. I can't remember the name of the pub. I know it was just down the road from Weatherspoons. Got a couple of videos up on my channel of gigs that I went to there. Some footage. Spanking Herman Records. So this is a UK mag, I think. It's got a Brighton band there. I don't know, it might not be. But in fact, they've got a Croydon scene. It's got to be. You wouldn't. You know, if you're a Polish fanzine, you wouldn't be doing Croydon scene, would you? I didn't know Croydon had a scene. I would have thought it had more of a rap and grime scene in Croydon. I'm sure those are very active there. I'm sure. But yeah, I guess there's got to be some punk somewhere. Well, I don't reckon any other bands, but I'm guessing this is like a punk alternate stuff. No metal in here at all that I can see. I don't know where I got this from. And then again, I don't remember much of anything. Let's get a little bit of close up. Splodginess Abounds, I've heard of them. I know they're not metal at all. Hardcore, 2000 Vibrators. So I'm not necessarily showing you what I'm just looking at. Because I'm looking as well as holding the camera, I'm not looking for the camera, I'm kind of looking away from the camera, so I don't always have it lined up. Even the fanzines that are Attitude Problem, Bald Cactus, Baldy, they've got a bit of a herb thing, haven't they? Damn You, I don't recognise any of the Itchy Bum fanzine. Evil Beavers. Yeah, don't recognise any of those fanzines. But anyway, yeah, definitely a scene. Free in Europe, it says. Free in Europe, pay elsewhere. That's interesting. Well, they've got a lot of ads in there, so I'm guessing the adverts paid for the actual print out. So apparently this is Metal Rules number 1, 98. Interviews ex-Alice Cooper alumni, Kane Roberts, ex-Lizzie Borden alumni, Gene Allen, plus up-and-coming rocker, Rich Brooks of AUKUS. Music reviews, show reviews. Here's an introduction. There he is. Jeff Rappaport. Some reviews. So this was his first issue. I don't know how I managed to get hold of it, to be honest. See, there was a lot of about him in there. I kind of did a lot of stuff about myself in my fanzine, but mine were like made up stupid joke stories. But yeah, he certainly put himself into his magazine, which is not necessarily a good thing, not necessarily a bad thing. It's just a thing. It's just a choice. I guess some people would find it annoying, some people wouldn't. There's a bit about him. Apparently used to manage a comic book store. Right then. Right, this is Disentombed. Oh, that's probably I wonder if that's a reference to Jesus no longer being in the tomb. It's like, Jesus is gone! What? Well, the reason I think that might be a Christian, because the art is similar to that creature one that I've shown previously, and there's a mortification interview on the very first page. But yeah, Creature Creations. That's the other fanzine that I've shown. Creature. So look, Living Sacrifice. 2 for 2 on the Christian bands. This may well be a Christian zine. Virgin Black. That's got to be Christian, surely. Anyway, not a bad little layout. Ashen Mortality got a review. They were Christian, considered Christian at that time, because Seventh Angel was kind of Christian at the time, but since they moved, they've not exactly Christian now. Kind of moved out of it, lost their faith, as far as I'm aware. I don't go into it. I don't know. I've not spoke to the fellow about it. So, but anyway, interesting. So right, this is deprived. Sorry, deprived. I don't know why. Mine's this is issue 4. Kind of like your basic question answer kind of style. Babylon whores. Abaddon incarnate. I think this was an Irish scene. As she screams, okay. Talking about the Devil's Church. It's a throwback to a long time ago. They played at my club as well, but this might have been before my club started. Bethsaida. Catatonia. Can't make that out. Waylander. They played twice in London and once in Glasgow. They played our venue twice, so I wonder if that's what he was talking about. It's his birthday the other day. I wished him happy birthday on on Facebook. There you go. There's an advert for Fitted Kitchens of the Living Damned, another fanzine that I have. Southern Lord. Some reviews. 7 inches. Album reviews, Abaddon Incarnate, As She Screams, The Final Pain. Ebony Lake. No. Ebony Lake's debut begins and continues far too wanky for me. It's all over the fucking shop. Intentional, I'm sure, but it's still no excuse. I like that bit about them. When I saw them live and they were just fucking bouncing from one riff to another, fucking, it was just like, I feel like I was under an avalanche. You know what I mean? I really loved them live. I think they played Brain Dead just the once, as far as I recall, and I thought they were fucking superb. Really dug Ebony Lake. I give them a fucking 10 out of 10 review in my fanzine. But what the fuck do I know? Because I never got anywhere, did they? They split up, eventually never to be seen again. And yeah, that's always the way with bands I like though. If I ever like a band, they will do fuck all. But, you know, bands I hate, they're fucking going on leaps and bounds. Right, Retribute. Featured interviews with Hatebreed, Lacuna Coil, Up Front, Unite, Knuckle Dust, Nervo Chaos, Avulse, Trial Deformity and True Blue. So a mixture of hardcore and a bit of death metal in there. A lot of hardcore bands, I am sure. Oh, that was a mistake on the old print up there. Look, that picture wasn't properly formatted. That happens though. This is probably the old publisher. What was it called? Microsoft Publisher is what I used. And this looks like similar layouts to what they did. And you had to be real fucking careful because you put something in somewhere and things would all fucking shoot all over the shop. You put a fucking extra full stop in and suddenly the whole bloody well layout would change, you know. So it's easy to make mistakes. You had to sort of double check it multiple times, kind of thing. Hatebreed, Nervo Chaos. Name rings a bell, Nervo Chaos, but don't ask me. I don't think I saw them. I think I just saw them around or saw the name around, you know. Like a lot of stuff when you got fanzines and that, and keeping your nose to the ground in the underground. you'd see names that you wouldn't necessarily have their stuff, but you would have heard of them or seen the name in passing, kind of thing. Right, Knuckle Dust, because was it Pierre from Knuckle Dust? He was a good chap. I'm not really into the hardcore, but I did buy one of their CDs because it had the Hulk on the cover, which is interesting because I'm wearing a Hulk t-shirt today. It wasn't the Hulk, it was kind of like, rather than the Hulk, it was UK hardcore, UKHC, and the logo being smashed by the Hulk kind of thing. I'm sure that was it. I bought it mainly for that, to be honest, because I listened to some hardcore, like, because what it was, Pierre, we used to get him to do one of the all-dayers at the stand of the Rainy Club, because there were 2 bank holiday Mondays in August. We'd let him have one for a hardcore all-dayer, and we'd do the other one. And we obviously was there to sort of like take through the door or whatever. So you see the band, I didn't mind them. Musically, they're, you know, not exactly my cup of tea, but, you know, decent enough. And we had a couple of nights there, some bands that were really cool, but yeah, I suppose it depended on how much I had to drink as well. You always get stuff more when you had a few beers. I completely forgot what the fucking whole stop point of this story was anyway. But yeah, he used to do hardcore all-dayers at the Braindead Club, and he's a nice chap. I saw him a few years ago, like long after the Braindead. He's always like, "Hi mate, how you doing?" You know, he's always very friendly fella. And he fucking worked so hard for his scene, you know, doing all-dayers and everything, and his heart and, you know, was totally in the right place for fucking supporting his scene, you know, which is probably, you know, why his band have done. I think his band have done pretty well from what I've seen of them. They're a big name in the UK hardcore scene. I think they're still going as well, and he deserves the respect for the amount of effort he put into it, if you ask me. Right, this is my mate Aaron Tannis. It reminded me the last video that I did of fanzines. He asked if I still had these, and he reminded me of, it wasn't exactly an altercation, but I fucked up in my review, and I couldn't find a fucking address page, and I made a note of it, and apparently I said his English wasn't great, which I don't know, I can't remember now, it was a long time ago. His English is better than my Turkish, I know that much. But he actually moved to the UK, and I don't know, even I don't know how he got in touch with me, but he got in touch with me when he was moving, and he said, yeah, come meet out and have a beer. So we did, and every now and again I'll see him every couple of years. Bumped into him at Bloodstock one time. He's come down a couple of times just to meet up and have a beer. I can't remember why. A couple of years ago, his mum came to visit London, and I came out with them. I went out with them. We went to the Underworld, next door to the World's End. We had a couple of pints in the World's End. So I met his mum. She was lovely. But yeah, I don't know if he had any more issues after this. But I'm sure I must have number 1 in somewhere. I'm pretty sure number 1 was half size of this as well. Crabber 4. This looks like your typed, photocopied kind of layout. This is, well, it may have been a word processor, but I don't think this is computer done. I think this is, I could be wrong, but typed out, then put, you know, laid out together, flanzine, flyer stuck on the page, and then photocopied. I don't know. That's, I would imagine it glued to the page and then photocopied together. It has that look of a photocopy fanzine, which is not bad because you know, you can read it all. That's the most important thing. He's actually probably got larger font than most of the other ones that I've seen today, so they're easier to read actually. He's got a band. He had a band. I've got their video of their whole CD is up on my page. Fuck me, I was looking at it the other day and I can't remember the name of the bloody band now. I was going through my CDs, like filming like shorts for my other channel of like going through my CD collection, and his one came up and I've flicking forgotten the name of the band. What was his band called? I don't remember now. It wasn't like an English sort of sounding word. It was like a black metal kind of name. It was good demo as well. Well, CD rather. There you go. Here's all the addresses. Yeah. And that's where all the tape was stuck. I think that's he sort of bagged it up straight. I can't remember now. I don't remember how it was wrapped, but somehow how it was wrapped, it was tape stuck to the magazine itself. Right. Shadows of Michelangelo magazine. So look at the bands. I'm on a Marth, Brutal Truth, Cannibal Corpse, Clandestine, Desire, Earth Crisis, Epidemic Calls, Hemdale, Love Spiral Downwards, My Dying Bride, Nyctophobic, Catasexual Earth Motivation, Obscenity, Paradigma, yeah, others. Sepultura, Testify. Looks like a decent layout. Good height, good quality. Small text. I'm on a Marth. Sacrilege. It's the Florida Sacrilege, not the UK one. Slapdash. There's an editorial. Dai Katayama is the name of the editor, apparently. Was he Japanese American or something? That sounds like a Japanese name. My Dying Bride. I'm not sure why Shadows of Michelangelo was the name of the zine, but it's a good name as any, I suppose. It's no better or worse than Kentucky Fried Afterbirth. That Obscenity. No, tell a lie. Kentucky Fried Afterbirth is much better. Because it was my fanzine, so yeah. Right, lots of CD reviews. Memory Garden. Human Remains. Intestine Ballism. Lots of bands I remember from back in the day. A fair few that I've got in my collection still. Desire. Right, I've just switched arms with my camera from my right arm to my left arm, and my left arm is hurting me already. I need to get some kind of like overhead shot, it's like tripod. Right, Hemdale, I sent them a bunch of questions. It was Hemdale, yeah. And they're the guys who've got the best, I think it's Hemdale that do Licking Mental Patients Come Off the Sheets. It was one of their song titles. I think that was Hemdale, which I thought was to this day is one of my favourite song titles for pure sickness. Licking Mental Patients Come Off the Sheets. It's like, oh my god, that's fucking amazing. Amazingly sick. I think that was Hemdale, and I sent her an interview back in the early days of doing my zine. I don't ever bother fucking printing it because it's like literally question, like 3-sentence question, 3-part, yes was the answer. And then another question with like, yes, no, maybe, you know what I mean? It was a fucking Sepultura. Is this a cover band of Sepultura, or is this just a bad spelling mistake on the? Oh, that hurts. That would hurt. I'll tell you what. That was me. I kicked myself over some of my mistakes in my fanzine, like using the wrong word, that kind of thing once, and I was like, oh shit, idiot. That doesn't mean what I fucking thought you meant, you twat. And getting the date wrong. So it looked like it. So it actually came out the year, like a month before the previous fanzine. But that Sepultura, that I could just guess the editor looks at that to this day, and he's like, "What a twat! Why did I spell it wrong like that? That's shocking." Did I? Yeah, I did finish my Hemdale story. I did get sidetracked. That's a cool, interesting cover. That Bad Acid. Yeah, Electric Wizard, Far Flung, Church of Misery, Acid King, Hawkwind. So, tab 1, not issue 1, but tab. There's an Electric Wizard Super Coven mini LP advert. Flyer. 2 flyers. Anyone a massive Electric Wizard fan? Wants to buy a very old flyer? Yeah, I like a bit of Doom. But I'm not like... Some people like... There's a lot of people who are just stuck in their one genre, aren't there? There's a lot of people where it's death metal or nothing, and a lot of people who are doom metal or nothing. You know? But I do tend to like most genres. Apart from fucking modern or fucking new metal or fucking grunge or fucking metalcore. Church of Misery I like. Church of Misery are a great band. I first discovered them with their split with Acrimony, because I bought it because of Acrimony. I liked Acrimony, and I heard them and I thought, oh fuck me, these are great. I've seen them live twice, I think. once supporting Cathedral, and once headlining at the Underworld. Absolutely top class band. There you go. Lid, I had that CD once. I sold it on eBay. I went through a phase a few years back. I was selling some of my old CDs that I wasn't really listening to. Kind of regret it a little bit. Because it was like you'd buy CDs and you never got a chance to listen to them because the next month you buy new CDs. So there's another God Rhea. And then a couple of times I sold the CD. I was listening to it as it was up on eBay, and I was like, "Why am I selling this for? It's quite good actually." But by then it was too late. I'd already fucking sold it. So here's some more God Rhea. Oh no, not more God Rhea. I haven't shown these yet, have I? It was only when I showed the front covers that I showed them. This is the first time we're looking inside one. So we get to see. Fucking hell, God Rhea is back, and no cunt gives a toss. I know how you feel, mate. I know how you feel. Oh, there's a review. Let's have a look. My review. Oh, have I gone out of focus? It's hard to tell. Oh, that's definitely out of focus. Oh, I'm just gonna read it. I kind of. Here we are. Right. The Brain Dead's own grey vile. The Brain Dead's own Grey's vile zine, which has a very large text and does seem a little sparse, but nonetheless a true underground zine if ever there was one. Interviews with Blast Furnace, Denial of God, Disemburied. Didn't remember that. Dread, Evoken, Flesh Feast, Occult, Ragnarok, Withering Surface, plus the usual reviews. Look out for the next one if it isn't already out, because I'm sure it will be even better. Yeah, that was number 3. So that was before I had a computer, even I think. That's when I was using a what do you call it? Word processor. Neil, God of Black Metal. Let me tell you about Vampax, the unholy Tampire, a fiendish creature of the undead. During the sunless hours he lurks in the shadow, for the Tampire craves the florid blood of a woman. Oops, I started my period. Yum yum, I can smell. Yeah, let's not read any further into this. Mercy me. Right. Yeah, it was good British humour. Sick, but fun. Is that King Diamond getting his knob eaten by a werewolf? Ah, core blimey, so that's how King Diamond reaches the notes other vocalists can't reach. Balsagoth. Nile. Unknown Territory, there's a couple of albums they had on them. I've mentioned them in my my demo look-throughs. Thus Defiled. What others have to say about God Rhea, and I apparently said about God Rhea, I could be accused of nitpicking if I pointed out the occasional typo error. Fine. I don't remember saying that about it, but maybe I did. That would be nitpicking, Jesus Christ. That's probably the only thing I could find to say wrong about it. Adoria. He did a compilation CD as well that my band was on at one point. I think it was you paid so much and you got so many copies and then you could flog them to your mates kind of thing. Proper underground, support each other kind of stuff, which is my fucking, you know, what I think was the scene should have been about more, but unfortunately wasn't. There's too many people just didn't fit what they could get out of it. And when I say support the scene, they mean support my band, but never actually did anything to fucking support other bands or the scene in general. That's my feeling about it anyway. Dr. Tosser's Tenement of Bollocks. He's a lonely man in the woods. Oh, poor little fella. You lost. Oh, there's a penis there. Anathema. Kitchens are us. Only gormless idiots read Godrea. I'm guessing Godrea is a portmanteau of God and diarrhea. That would have to be my guess. Godrea. This one's got Olva, Dimmelborgia, Grambalow's Key, Resurrecturis, Phantasma, Flesh Feast, Sanatorium, Narcosis, Rotting. Lots of bands. Lots of bands. Plus dark buffoonery. That's how he described his stuff. Crin, that's the guy who did it. I'm pretty sure. What was this? Oh, a free flea. Oh, God. The first 100 copies of this issue have a free flea plucked from a rat with an acute infectious febrile disease, otherwise known as the bubonic plague. Check to the right of this bulletin to see who will be the proud owner of this ghastly infection. Yeah, that does look like a dead flea, I've got to say. Nice. Classy. Inventive, I'll give you that. Does that mean he had to catch 100 fleas? He probably had a cat. Amount of fucking fleas cats get. News, demos and bits. Paganus Doctrina, I had that demo, he sent it to me. I liked it, it was cool. Costa Rican band, I think they were. Actually, saying that, I've been going through all my demos, I don't remember seeing the Paganus Doctrina demo. Where is that? I'm going to have to have another look round to see if it's not stuck in somewhere else. Flesh Feast. Doom. Can't make out that logo. Resurrecturis. Ah, Creed. They were called Mausoleum, that's right, and they became Creed, which was absolute bollocks. They started with an intense grindcore, progressed into a melodic fusion of hardcore, industrial, heavy. Ugh, fuck me. It's such a horrible change. And needless to say, my interest in him went from great band to what the fuck is this? But never mind. I seem like nice chaps from the very limited information I had about them. I wrote to them a couple of times, I think. I did interview them when they were still a decent, to my cup of tea, band. But the Curse of Dread. Some ludicrous black metal vocalist names. Ustamon Malgam from Denial of God. Admire a Forest. Okay. Dimmelborgia. Some bloke getting noshed off by a skull. I wish I was a hedgehog. Separated at birth. Is that Danny Phil from Michael Jackson? The Enema Bandit. There's Dr. Tosser's Tenement of Bollocks again. Espostua. Beyond Fear, good band. There's a review of Cliff Richard Devil Woman. I don't think this scene's still going. I very much doubt it. I'm pretty sure he's in Misanthrope. I'm pretty sure that's his band. Because they were like, they never actually said the lineup were they? It was all supposed to be Secret Squirrel for a bit. But I just found out recently that one of the guys from Misanthrope used to be in Condemned, that I've mentioned a few times in my demo look at my demos. So I wonder if he's the guy that one of the guys that was when we played a gig with him. Anyway, right, let's have a quick look through this. Right, I've gone far too slow. No one's watching by now anyway. Let's just flick through this. This is more of a mainstream magazine featuring a wider range of stuff. Not really the you know, the all-out heavy underground shit that I'm into. Agnostic Front, Bruce Dickinson. Some reviews. Vanilla Ice. Cathedral Crack Up. Emperor, just a gig ticket or a gig flyer rather. The UK in focus, Kill to This. Ugh. Sick of It All. The Gathering. Nevermore. Oh yeah, it's confirmed at the back. Where was that? Just saw, yeah, Mike A.M. Exley. So yeah, Mike Exley. Last one. This is issue 4 of Firefight. The rock magazine that likes to say why. There's Sergeant D marches back. Wasp. Very decent underground fanzine, easy to read, put together well, not the glossy but good enough. Gore Promotions in conjunction with the Braindead Club presents Return of the Living Dead starring Dusty Filed, Confusion Corporation, Throne of Nails at the Robert Peel. When the hell did we put, oh, Jason must have done this, Jason, Mr. Gore. This is Gore Promotions in conjunction with the Braindead Club, because I certainly didn't put this one on myself. So that must have been, I think this is when Jason was still using the Braindead Club name, obviously, because he was part of the Braindead Club, so no problem. But he was trying to get some, because after we stopped being able to do gigs at the Standard in Walthamstow, we tried to sort of maybe do a couple of things in other places, but yeah, it just kind of fizzled out really. Hang Now. Intoxicated magazine. What did they give to Golroyd? 7. Yeah, let's just flick through. This is the last scene. That's the last scene. Man of War. Gamma Ray. Scorpions. Skin Lab. Right, that's it. That's this video done.